Thank you for taking the time today to review this poster highlighting a project that develops, implements, and tests a cross-disciplinary curricular intervention on a campus farm at Butler University. People are often surprised to hear that Butler has a farm on its campus. After all, we have no agriculture program, and our farm predated our sole sustainability-related major, which is environmental studies. In fact, this is the case for more than 400 campus farms in existence today. According to reporting institutions at the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, approximately 75% of campus farms are at colleges and universities with no formal agricultural programs. Because of this, most campus farms are relegated to engaging with a single sustainability-related course or merely co-curricular activities. At Butler, we really wanted to change this, not only for the long-term fiscal survival of our 1-acre farm, but also because of the recognition that farms and garden spaces are really creative and engaging ways to stimulate student learning. Now, most of the research in this realm has been done in the K-12 arena. Very little research has been conducted on the impact of farm-situated curriculum at the undergraduate level outside of agricultural and sustainability science courses. To date, we have received an Exploration and Design Award as well as a Tier 1 award from the National Science Foundation Improving Undergraduate STEM Education Program. The first award, which started in 2016, resulted in the development of a pedagogical framework for place-based experiential learning using farm as place. It is well documented that the iterative process of experiential learning is effective at pushing students beyond mere memorization of content to a deeper understanding of course content. However, in this project, we hypothesize that in order to inspire action, a specific focus on place as a context that bridges local to global issues is really integral to developing a feeling of responsibility and applying this new understanding civically. So we trialed this framework, this PBEL framework, in 4 STEM courses: biology, environmental studies, ecology, and chemistry. And you can see the inquiry topics for each course listed below the course name. We are just starting the second year of the Tier 1 award. In this award, we added 1 additional STEM course in pharmacy and health sciences and 4 non-STEM courses in religious studies, business, communications, and education. We also implemented a year-long faculty staff learning community, and there were some additional non-grant funded courses and faculty that were interested in this approach and contributed to the learning community. And these included courses in art history, peace studies, and political science. The faculty staff learning community focused upon key areas of the PBEL framework and culminated in a clear series of lesson plans for each course. 2 examples of meetings I'll give you. One is the modes of inquiry meeting. We really did this kind of CHOP style competition where participants collected produce on the campus farm and then had a cooking competition in groups of 3 or 4. After the cooking competition, participants mapped the modes of inquiry that they used to make their dish, and then compared those inquiry maps to ones that they created for their own disciplinary areas as pre-work for the meeting. This really allowed faculty to understand that every discipline uses some form of inquiry that can generally be mapped on the scientific process, but we often use different terminology for those approaches. Another workshop focused on critical reflection and was led by Patty Clayton. She taught faculty participants the deal model to critical reflection, and we also did some photo voice exercises using the SHOWed model. Hands-on introductory lesson plans were also developed by myself for faculty that maybe needed additional support with the social, environmental, and political contexts of farming. A lot of faculty, for example, in the sciences may not have a strong background in the social aspects of food and farming, and so we tried to create content that covered the breadth of that information so that could take a little bit of the burden off of faculty in introducing this context to their students. IUPUI has been testing student learning outcomes as well as impacts to faculty development and institutional perspectives. Pre-implementation data has been collected for all courses to date. Some courses take their students to the campus farm and some don't, but none had developed the curriculum based upon the PBEL framework in tables 1 through 4 presented below. These tables show changes in place attachment, place meaning, environmental science literacy, and civic mindedness from the beginning of the course or pre to the end of the course or post for the courses that visited the farm or did not. In these results, place attachment and scientific literacy significantly increased pre to post for classes that visited the farm, but not those who didn't visit. Likewise, place meaning showed a non-significant increasing trend for farm visiting classes in contrast to non-farm classes. However, civic mindedness did not significantly change for either farm or non-farm classes, suggesting that place attachment may not be sufficient for enhancing civic mindedness. Now, during the first grant award, we created a civic mindedness regression model for the 4 STEM classes that participated in that first round of the grant. These early results suggested that place meaning significantly improves the prediction of civic mindedness when added to other independent variables, place attachment and course. Those 3, place attachment, place meaning, and course, explain 74% of the variation in the civic mindedness data. Over the next 2 years, all courses will be implementing the curriculum, and impacts to student learning outcomes, faculty support networks, and institutional perspectives will be determined by our research team. Thank you for your time today. I'm happy to answer any questions through email. Bye-bye.